every experience you ever faced in life, or are going to face even, was only meant or is only meant to prepare you for what you have been seeking, for your grand intention, for your calling, for your dream reality. Because it's only natural that the version you are today is very different. It's very normal that who you are today is very different from the version that you would be through that reality, through that upgraded reality. Because if you already were in alignment with that version, you would already be there. If you were the same person as that version with all its aspects, then you would already have that upgraded reality. But if you don't, then everything that you've been experiencing, everything you experience is preparing you for that upgraded reality. And every time you get a bigger calling, every time you set a greater grand intention, every time you pursue a higher reality, a higher potential, you are presented with another set of challenging experiences for you to overcome, for you to learn from. So all of your experiences are only meant to teach you the lessons that are meant to guide you to your grand intention, to what your deepest seeking, to your upgraded reality, to your higher reality, to your dream reality. Especially if you don't initiate those lessons by yourself, as in you don't take the initiative to learn the necessary skills, the necessary attitudes, the necessary personality traits, the approaches, the characteristics, the aspects that you are required to have to get to your grand intention. Because you are seeking that grand intention, you have it in the back of your mind, and you are seeking it, and you are asking for it, and you're praying for it. So if you don't initiate the lessons, to amount for the differences between who you are today and that upgraded version of yours, then you will be faced with those set of experiences, and their intensity depends on you, because their intensity depends on their duration. The longer they last, the more they repeat, the more intense they get. Because if you don't learn the first time, but you maintain that grand intention, and yet you maintain that gap, that energetic gap, that personality gap, that psychological gap between you and between who you are now and that version. So you're asking for those third experiences, for those challenging experiences to come to you in a way or another, create them to teach you those lessons in order for you to align with that upgraded reality and get there, to get to your grand intention. And the duration is entirely up to you. Now, I have many other videos about this, so I'm not gonna go into this now. And as humans experiencing going through this experience, we tend to struggle a lot through those challenging experiences, through those lessons, because at first we don't see them for what they are, and even after we start understanding and seeing them for what they are, it's hard on our ego, it's hard on our survival aspect, it's hard on our human aspect to just let go and surrender, to adopt those new lessons, to let go of old habits, to start doing new things, to get out of our comfortable zone, to approach life with a different attitude, to stop fearing, to stop caring, to let go, to detach. It's very hard on us as humans to let go of our need to control, our obsession with control, our perfectionism. All of these things are very hard on us, and so we tend to struggle, and we get into this tug of war that I speak about often, in which you're neither aligned with your previous reality nor with your future reality, and you're suffering just in the middle. So that all happens, and that's to be expected. Yes, you can play around, you can make it better, you can make it easier on yourself, you can and I mean speed it up, as we discussed in other videos. But something that I realized that I did not discuss enough, that I did not mention enough, and I really did not really speak about in details, is that after all of these lessons, after all of these experiences, you're gonna have a repeated experience that share all of the challenges from your previous experiences, and you have to set an example of what you are through this experience. Set an example. In other words, you have to become a good example of where you're trying to get to, of what you're trying to have, of the reality you're trying to live and manifest in this existence, in this 3D reality. What I mean by that is that you're gonna have, even after you learn your lessons and you align energetically with that set future, you're gonna face another experience in which you have to prove, in which you have to show that you are now different, that you are now able to handle all of these situations that are required for your upgraded reality, for your grand intention. So after facing all of these experiences and learning your lessons, there will be one more. So the last one, the last experience before you manifest that grand reality, that greater, that higher, that upgraded reality, this last experience will have to be one in which you set an example of who you truly are. So whatever you're faced with, whatever struggles, whatever problems, whatever issues, whatever negative people, toxic people you're faced with, whatever environment you're put in, you have to react the way you would react as that person, as that upgraded version. Meaning that you must show that you can take it, that you can handle what life is throwing at you, that this experience is no longer going to control you and rob you of your power, take your power away from you if it happens. And that's where you claim your power back. That's where you empower yourself for life to empower you. And so it means that anger no longer has control over you. Resentment has no longer has control over you. If those are even things that are required from your dream reality, depending on what kind of reality that is. But more often than not, those are shared themes. You're not bound by your need to control. Control has no power over you. You can just surrender it whenever you want. Your ego has no power over you. So if something were to happen that were to completely agitate you, you would still remain calm through it. You would not be bothered through it. If someone bothers you, if someone reacts negatively to you, if someone comes to you with an attitude, you're able to handle that very calmly, because you've detached your value, your essence from all of those external things, that they no longer have any power over you. They're not pulling you. You're not being pulled by those threads of negative energy, of low frequency energy, or by those threads of dopamine. You're no longer bound. You're no longer under the control of your needs to cope using high intensity, high release dopamine activity, high dopamine release activities. You're no longer being pulled by all of those threads. You don't have unnecessary cords of energy tying you to traits that are no longer serving you, or aspects that are no longer serving you, or activities or habits that are no longer serving you. And only then will you be able to upgrade, graduate to that version and embody it, because you've embodied that which you seek. And that's when it actually manifests. That's when you're able to live through it in this physical 3D reality. But you have to embody it first. You have to become it first. You have to show through that last experience, through that last challenging experience, that you're now your upgraded version, and that you're ready to handle that reality. You are in an energetic alignment with that reality, that nothing would faze you if it were to happen, that the things that would naturally occur through that reality are not going to faze you, are not going to jeopardize your mission, your vision, your future, that you're no longer going to lose it when something happens. You're no longer going to self-sabotage when things go south. that you're not gonna lose control over things, that you're not gonna lose your head and get mad and angry and resentful and despiteful, and you start, relapsing to your old habits, to your old coping mechanisms, to your old emotions, which are not in alignment with that reality. And once you set that example through that last experience, you would evolve into that upgraded version, and your reality will be shifting. And so similarly, all of those aspects that have control over you will have to go. It's only when you truly empower yourself, life actually empowers you. And empowering yourself means that these dopaminergic threads of energy no longer have control over you. You're not being pulled all over the place by low frequency cords of energy. You're not being manipulated. It means that you are intentional and conscious throughout the whole process, that you are doing whatever you truly believe in, because what you believe in is driven by that grand intention. Your grand intention, once you set that grand intention, once you have that grand intention in the back of your head, it is leading you, it's guiding you. If you truly listen, it will tell you exactly who you need to be and what you need to do. But if you truly listen, and if you're open to trust the process, if you're open to let go of control, if you're open to let it guide you and take the wheel, it will get you there. Life will get you there. Your higher self is guiding you there, but it's only when you listen. Now we prolong that, and that's normal, and that's okay. You stay in that tug of war, and you're pulling to the side a little bit, and then back to your old self, and then a little bit more to your upgraded version, and then a few steps back towards your old self. And that happens. But all that matters is that when you're ready, when you feel ready, which you probably are, you just need to let go. You just need to trust, to take that leap of faith and let go of control. Let go of whatever is controlling you, of whatever cords of energy you've unnecessarily tied yourself to, whatever you've attributed your value to, you've put your worth in. Just let them go and know that you're whole, and know that everything is changing. It's okay. You don't have to cope because your reality is not bad. You don't have to indulge in heavily dopaminergic activities because your reality is not something that you want to escape. See that for what it is. Trust in that, and embody what you want. Embody what you have been seeking. Embody that future, and it's gonna guide you, and you're gonna get there faster, and you're gonna release all of those unnecessary cords of energy, and you're gonna be lighter and more capable and more confident because you have your energy back, you have your power back, and you are whole, you are complete, you are infinite, and you know it, and you'll feel it more and more. The more cords of energy you cut, the more you actually feel that empowered, and you embody your future, you embody the upgraded version, and then it manifests. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video, you lovely infinite beings. This is AF's Conscious Frequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.